Alrighty guys, and welcome to the one video on my channel where I'm not going to be screaming into the microphone at all times. So this is one of the two parts, I guess you can say. So first part of the 200 subscriber special type stuff. I know this happened last time when I reached 100, but I'm kind of in a different place now where I'm able to actually do things. Not obviously paying people, but I have different ways of getting things done. The first 100 subscriber special thing that I was wanting to do was I was wanting to pay a person on Fiverr to basically make a collage of all the other videos that I've done on the channel and all the best parts and putting it together. But I got a quote for it. I got a couple. The cheapest one that I found was like 80 bucks. And unfortunately, I don't have 80 bucks lying around to be able to do that. And I wasn't in the position then, and I'm really not in the position now to be able to make those choices. So I hope you guys can understand me on that. But I have a lot more feasible goals now for certain things and everything like that. So I did want to touch into a little bit of that, and then we'll kind of move on from there. So we'll go into the first topic. First topic is, since we did reach 200 subscribers, thank you guys very much, first of all, for all the fucking support. It's absolutely insane to me, 200 people subscribe to this channel. Like, I know it doesn't sound like a big number in the grand scheme of things when you're talking about just the YouTube, community itself, just all of YouTube, because you have people with, millions. I think there's even some with billions of subscribers. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. I'm pretty sure I heard something like that. But when you're picturing, how I picture it is, if I'm standing in a room and I'm having 200 people surround me in a room, that is fucking insane, like, thinking about it that way. So thank you guys so much for that. I literally could not have done it without you guys, and it's just, I can't put it into words how much I appreciate all of you guys, and the comments and the likes and the views and the sharing, everything. It's fucking amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. To add on to that, we are going to be doing the next video coming up on the channel. It is going to be I believe a Super Sluggers video, and it's going to be with the pregnancy simulator. So basically the idea is I'm going to kind of put it on my arms, like one probably here, and then one up here, and then one here, and then one up here. And then kind of see what happens. I don't know, because I'm playing with or no, never mind, I was thinking of fucking Super Mega Baseball, but I'd be playing with the fucking Wii remote, so you would think, I know it's probably useless to put it on this arm, but I thought, why not? It has like 4 probes or whatever on it. So the theory is, if I put one here and here, it's gonna like kind of make my arm do that, and so we'll see. I haven't tested it out yet, so that's what's coming up on the next video. Like I said, it is gonna be Super Sluggers. I'm probably gonna download some mods to see kind of what I can make happen and make me do a harder difficulty, or in the future we could do challenge videos from that. But if you guys have any ideas or anything like that you guys want to see, leave it in the comments below. Next thing I did want to get into is going to be a little bit something that comes closer to home, to the channel, at least that is. I'm not going to be making any changes per se, at least yet, just because I feel like I'm still in the infancy stages of like a YouTube channel, where I don't really have to worry too much about it. But from what I've seen on previous channel, or not previous channels, but other channels that I watch and stuff like that, is that their older content has them cursing and stuff like that, and saying whatever they really want, and then over the course of time they start to bleep it out and stuff like that. And I don't know, I haven't done a whole lot of research when it comes to that stuff, so I'm not fully aware whether that's something to do with YouTube's policies. I'm sure it is, but I don't know what those policies are. Or if it's just like, the other thing is like if it gets pushed to however many people, because from what I see on my statistics and stuff like that, is that a lot of people find my videos from the browsing tab, or from what YouTube's recommended and stuff like that. So my stuff is getting pushed from what I'm seeing, but I don't know, it's weird. I have to do some research into it, but again, like I said, I'm in the infancy stages, so I won't be making any changes, at least for now, but obviously we'll see in the future. So if some of my videos do have me bleeping out the cursing and stuff like that, I'll obviously still curse, and it's going to take me probably another hour of bleeping, but it's definitely worth it, or I'll try to tone it down, and we'll kind of see what happens from there. But yeah, no changes yet, but I just wanted to inform you guys that might be a change later on down the road that I might have to partake in, depending on kind of what happens with the future of the channel. Next one is, I actually really want to do this because I know when I said my like story time a few videos ago about the whole other situation, I'm not even going to reference it, but if you guys want to, it's like 2 videos ago, I think it was Super Sluggers, I think, it had to have been, When I was talking about that, a lot of your guys' comments were saying like that you guys like the story times and that you guys want more lore, Pepe lore content. And if that's something you guys do want, I wanted to kind of, I wanted to kind of assist with it a little bit, at least have an assist from you guys as to what you want to hear. And so to do that, I thought, what better way to do it than a Q&A? And you can ask me pretty much anything. I don't really care what it is. It could be fucking relationship advice if you really want it from me. I'm the worst person to ask, judging from my history, obviously. Whatever it is, if you guys want to ask something about my life, if you guys want to ask something about the channel or what's going to go on here, or hey, we want to see this, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I want to do a separate Q&A video, or maybe take up time in a video's intro rather than doing comments of the day. We instead do a Q&A every other video or something like that, you know what I mean? So I wanted to see if you guys, if you want to ask me any questions, like I said, doesn't matter what it is, leave it in the comments below on this video, or I'll also talk about it in my next video coming up, the shock collar one. Not shock collar, that was the previous one, but the shock pregnancy simulator thingy, that thing. I'll probably do it in that video. In the beginning, I'll talk about it, and you guys can leave it in that, because I know those videos get viewed a little bit more than the updates and things like that. So it all just depends. But leave any questions there, and then I should be able to answer them in the next videos coming up. If you guys have any burning questions for me, that'd be the best way to ask, and that's the best way so I can get some lore out to you guys, and especially the lore that you guys want to hear. Any juicy details, any drama, I'm pretty much an open book when it comes to stuff. Obviously, some stuff I will leave out, like names, locations, things like that. I'm not going to, you know, delve into, just because I'm not that kind of person. Although, you know, the other person in my other lore story is like that, but I'm not like that, so I don't want to partake in that. So keep in mind that, but obviously ask whatever you want, and then I'll answer whatever I can with whatever information I have. To tie into kind of what I was just talking about right now in the previous topic of the Q&A is one question that gets asked like a lot, and that's pretty much the only question I can really answer right now, is why I use AI thumbnails. That's a very, very fucking relevant topic in my comments section, from what I've seen. And, you know, I'm the type of person to answer to every comment, so I'll answer it every time, obviously, but I might slow down on that just because it's not worth it, kind of feeding the fire. It just, you know, it just gets a little bit too much sometimes with all of that. It's like, I get it, you know? But anyways, so to answer the question of why I use AI thumbnails, I can kind of delve into two different topics that I have written down here, just to kind of speed it up a little bit. But I know sometimes you guys want to hear a little bit more updates and such things like that. So to answer the question as to why I use AI thumbnails, it's I can answer it better with this. So in the early stages of my YouTube channel, I was using DaVinci Resolve. So DaVinci for editing and stuff like that, for those of you that don't know. So when I was using DaVinci, it was free. And the problem with that was when I was editing Mario Kart content, what was happening was when I was uploading that content to YouTube, it was I was recording it at 1080p, but what was happening was when I was uploading it, it was using a fucking codec or whatever, a YouTube codec that people that aren't monetized receive. I forgot what it's called specifically, but basically it just blurs your entire video. It makes it super choppy. It makes it look like absolute shit. So I wanted to render it in 1440, which is why you guys see most of my videos in 1440p, even though it's 1080. So I can use the higher codec pretty much. It's kind of like a YouTube hack, I guess you can say. But I saw it on some YouTube stuff. But now I render my stuff at 1440, but before I was using DaVinci Resolve, and you needed the paid version of DaVinci Resolve to be able to render it at a different resolution. So that was a major problem. So what I had to do was I switched from free DaVinci Resolve to paying $24 a month for Premiere, and I had to learn Premiere and everything like that, which was fine. You know, the first couple of videos were a little interesting when I was trying to sort that shit out. But when I got Premiere, I was able to upload it in 1440, and that's why you guys see a little bit clearer content than you did in the beginning. So the problem is I'm paying $24 for that. And when it was free before, and every one of my thumbnails that I was paying Fiverr people to make was about, let's say, roughly $30. So if I'm now paying $24 to edit to get you guys content that looks a lot better, the problem is now I don't have that extra $30 lying around to pay you know, a thumbnail artist to make a thumbnail. And the problem is also coordinating with them is very hard because you have to say, hey, I need this by tomorrow, but they might not have at least the contacts that I have, they don't have a turnaround time of like less than a day because they make the whole thing, which is some of my old Mario Kart thumbnails. Those were all custom made. So that's where the problem lies, unfortunately, with that, and that is why. And I hope you guys can understand why I use that. I know most of you guys do, but for those of you that don't, that is why. I hope that answers the question as to why I do that. Obviously, it might change in the future. I don't know. I might learn how to use fucking Photoshop, but then I'm paying another $24 a month for Photoshop. You know, so it's a give or take situation, unfortunately. So right now, that's why you guys are getting AI thumbnails for it, and you know, I hope you guys, like I said, can understand that, but I hope that kind of puts it to bed. I probably will not be responding to any more comments that say, ooh, your AI thumbnails are gross or whatever. You know, it's like, you know, bite me. I'm trying, bro. I'm not making anything from YouTube. None of this shit's monetized. I think even if I had monetization, that none of this would get. I'm surprised I haven't been age gated, to be completely honest with you guys. But it's just unfeasible for me, especially because of my work schedule and stuff like that. It's just trying to coordinate all that at once is very difficult. So I hope that answers that. Another thing is going to be talking about why, at least recently, why I didn't post for a few days. I'm probably going to post this one today, but we'll see. Why I haven't been posting for the last few days, and it was because my computer decided to just fucking die out of nowhere.
Oh, guys, let me tell you, I really love doing all this. Oh, this has been really fun. Oh, man, taking apart my entire computer to fucking put everything in? Oh, dude. Oh, man, I wouldn't ask for anything more.
I was recording a video, and then while I was recording the video, my computer just straight up fucking shit itself. So I was like, what the fuck? How does this even happen? And it didn't like blue screen or green screen. I get green screens every so often because I have like beta Windows 11 or whatever, the developer access to it. So it didn't blue screen, it didn't green screen, it just shut off, and it would be off, and I'd have to go underneath my desk and unplug it, plug it back in. It was a whole fucking thing, and I'd have to do that every single time, and it'd be super random. So I had to look online, figure it out, and it was my power supply, so I narrowed that down, and I was able to kind of float by just underpowering my graphics card, but it wasn't, you know, I was getting rid of benefits of having the hardware that I have, and you know, for a power supply that was failing. You know, it just wasn't, it was putting a band-aid on it, and it just wasn't worth it. So what I did was, as you guys could probably see in the video, I installed a new power supply. I looked over there because it's on the old one's on the floor. But I installed a new power supply. I had to buy it. It was like $150, but I got an 1,000 watt. I had an 850 before, just in case maybe it wasn't failing, and maybe it was just the power draw from it was too much. I don't know. I know basic stuff about computers. I build computers and stuff like that, but obviously when it comes to in-depth, like what's inside a power supply and what supplies what and what power draw is from this cable and shit like that, I don't know. I am very unaware, unfortunately, when it comes to that stuff, so it's all guesswork, but so far it's been fine. This is surprisingly my first time recording this, but it's probably because I'm doing this in a different way than I did my last one, rather than in one take. So but yeah, that's what happened. But the computer's up right now. We should be good. If anything happens further, I'll update you guys on my Twitter and on my YouTube community page, so check that every so often, and you guys will hear updates from me and stuff like that. Or if you guys want to leave a comment, I'll respond to your comment as well if I haven't been uploading, but there should be a short coming out today as well, so you guys will see that on the channel. And then I am recording the pregnancy simulator video later on today, so that one's gonna get done tonight, and it's gonna be posted tomorrow, which is the 3rd. Today is the 2nd, and it's 10 a.m. right now, so pray for me. Last topic I want to get into is, I know a lot of people you know, try to say like, hey, if you know, if I do this, then this is what changes are going to come to the channel and stuff like that. There's only so much I can really do, at least in the position that I'm in now. Like if it was like, let's say 1,000 or 500 subscribers, then at that point I can be like, oh guys, we're also going to do merch and shit, you know, things like that, because you have that possibility, or you also have memberships and stuff like that that you can do. So there's a lot more flexibility, at least when it comes to higher subscriber counts. But with 200, obviously it's a really big deal for me, but for YouTube standards, they don't really give a shit, unfortunately. And that's just how it goes. So I'm not really given a whole lot of access to other things or other possibilities. But obviously I have, from that last update video, which was on the, for the 100 subscribers, I said I was going to do shorts. Took me a long time, but I finally figured out how to do shorts because I have a coworker who's also a YouTuber. And he has fuck ton of subscribers, so but he way more than me, but he told me how he does shorts, so I've kind of I've, with help from him, obviously, setting it up, I was able to get all those shorts going and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys do enjoy those. It looks like you guys do for the most part. Obviously some of them, I don't really care when it comes to views, like view counts on certain videos and stuff, just because I know some will perform better. And it's all just a learning curve, obviously. But in lieu to that, I wanted to talk about possibly with everything, and I've mentioned this in my Mario Kart videos, which were a while ago, but a lot of you guys are newer subscribers to the newer content, so you guys might not be aware of kind of what I was talking about. But what I was saying before in my Mario Kart video was that when it comes to, obviously, if you're getting sponsorships and things like that, or if you're getting you know, whatever, if you're getting stuff like that, I'm not really too into YouTubers that sell out certain stuff, at least to a certain extent, or put like post, or not post roll, but like mid-roll, there we go, mid-roll sponsors and stuff. If I'm gonna do that, if I ever get a sponsor, which I haven't, if I ever do in the future, it's either going to be in the beginning or the end of the video. I'm not going to have it a mid-roll. I don't really give a shit if they pay me more or pay me less. It's, at that point, it's free money, so I'm gonna barter with them until you know it's gonna be in the beginning or end, because it's easier to skip that way. So at least that, and I'll also put it down below so you guys can like chapter it and skip it if you guys want. So preferably at the end of the video, obviously. But yeah, so there's that. And also, I was debating on another thing. Well, another thing that I talked about was that I hate asking for like money and stuff like that, and I'm not, that's not what I'm about to say, so keep that in mind. But I'm just telling you, I don't like asking for money, especially from, you know, strangers and things like that, and being like, oh, help me, I pay for this, I pay for that. I am completely fine paying for what I pay for. You know, I barely scrape by in real life, but, you know, I scrape by nonetheless, and that's just kind of name of the game. That's adult life, unfortunately, at least in, you know, the current economy and stuff like that. And I'm not, you know, an economist, but but it's not great. You know, food's fucking expensive, gas is fucking expensive. I'm just being real with you guys. Obviously, I'm one person when I'm playing games like you know, Wii Sports or Super Mario Super Sluggers. Fucking Christ, Jesus, I couldn't say it. Whatever, that game, or any other games that I play. You know, it's one persona, I guess you can say, of me, and then there's another, you know, of, hey, I gotta figure shit out, and I'm an adult. I gotta pay for rent. I've gotta do this. I have a job. You know, I work and I do all this stuff. I just noticed this video is getting really long, so I apologize. But obviously I wanted to inform you guys about everything. But anyways, on top of that I was gonna say maybe in the future I do make a Patreon, and then obviously release some content for the Patreon that other people won't get. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. But you can put it down below, or if another video, you can put a comment on another video, however you guys want to phrase that. Even if it's a no, that's totally fine. I'm just curious to know what you guys think of that idea. And obviously I'll look into kind of what I could provide to a Patreon page and stuff like that. So I don't know, that's just a thought. But yeah, that was that. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm sorry about the longer video. Hopefully you guys watch it through, but if not, that is completely fine. If you guys are not subscribed to the content you see on this channel, but you guys do like the content I produce, I definitely would appreciate a subscribe or two, but again, a like will do. You guys know how it goes, and you guys know how it is. Thank you very much for everything. I really do fucking appreciate you guys. I cannot fathom the fucking thought of 200 of you guys subscribing to my channel and you guys commenting and everything like that. It's fucking amazing to me, and I appreciate you guys so fucking much. So thank you guys for everything. You guys make my life so much fucking happier. And you know, it's just, I sometimes cannot, I feel like I don't deserve it sometimes. So just understand that you know I appreciate it a lot, and you guys even subscribing, like if I get even one subscriber, if you are that one subscriber, know that I look at it every, you know, few hours or so on my studio app or whatever on my phone, and I see it and it brightens my fucking day, dude. It's so fucking cool seeing like 1, 2, 3, whatever subscribers. So thank you guys so much for that. I really fucking appreciate you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.